Alright, welcome back. This game right here, this is the next game I've chosen. I'll tell you right now, this is definitely in my top 10 favorite games that I've ever played in my life. Games like this are why I fell in love with games in the first place.
I'm the best there is at what I do. At least the people still living after I'm done doing it say that.
Now obviously right here, we're playing as Logan, we're Wolverine. But one of the things that I love most about this is that we don't have projectile weapons. This is entirely melee combat. This game is extremely violent. However, a lot of our adversaries do have projectile weapons, and you have to jump in the middle of the fire everywhere you go to take out all your enemies. Yeah. Now normally, this game is based off the film. This game came out in 2009. And as I'm sure you know if you love games like I do, normally when they make a game based off of a movie or off of a TV show or anything where it's just designed to make money, to capitalize off the popularity of the movie, normally the game sucks. And that's the case 9 times out of 10. That is most certainly not the case for this game.
Everyone calls me Wolverine. I don't remember other names.
Now, there are elements from the movie that are in the game, definitely. But it seems to me like the developers who made this game at Activision, it seemed to me like the guys who developed this game were genuinely Wolverine fans from the comics. Yeah, extreme violence in this. It just seemed to me like these guys were waiting around to make the perfect Wolverine game. And this movie gave them an excuse to do it. And here's the beginning of our story.
Nervous, meat? You smell nervous.
Better than how you smell, that's for sure.
Drop zone coming up.
Alright, here we go. Now, obviously there's alternate skins in this game, which I've already unlocked. I started the game over, so I didn't pick up any of the collectibles. This is completely from the start, but I chose the classic Wolverine skin to start this in, because this is the one that I grew up on. I really think that this game is more focused on the comic book Wolverine than it is the film itself. Okay, there's lots of upgrades to our fighting moves here. Obviously, we're very limited in what we can do. We have, those are our grab moves, but there's also environmental spikes. Hold on, let me see if I can lead this guy to it. Yeah, I didn't get a real good shot of it. You can see him sticking out of it there. But that's not a big deal. We're going to see that shit all the way through this game. And a lot of the much more difficult to fight enemies, the spikes that are sticking out of the ground or sticking out of the walls are the best ways to kill them. It does it a lot faster, you take a lot damage. Or you take a lot less damage trying to fight them off. Hold on, trying to concentrate. But again, this game focuses largely on melee combat here. I love this move. But there's also a lot of puzzles and a lot of mazes. And it's also, in a large part, it's a platformer. Here we go, right behind this waterfall. Here's our first collectible, dog tags. Dog tags all the way through this game. We're going to get them all. We're also going to get this lunge move. We didn't unlock that until just now. That's enormous. We're also going to pick up all the upgrades, everything. We're going to grab everything that we can get.
That must be my chopper. I better see how Victor and the others are doing. Time to get to work.
Okay, with the exception of, there's only 3 achievements. That's one thing that surprised me. There's really only 3 achievements. And since, obviously, I've unlocked the costumes, even though I restarted the game, I completely started it over, I still have the costumes, and the achievements don't pop up when you go into the areas if you've already unlocked them. I'll point out where they are, but they're not going to pop up on the screen. Okay, here we go. This is your feral sense. If you'll notice, there's no mini-map. A lot of times you need this feral sense in order to tell you where to go, because there's no mini-map. Because there are a lot of mazes, you can get lost. A lot of this game looks exactly the same, and if it wasn't for your feral sense, you'd have no idea where to go a lot of the time. But there's a lot of combos, straight up melee fighting here. Yeah. And I like to do a lot of grab moves. This cutscene right here, when this game first came out, I wasn't going to get it, because like I said, most games based off of movies or TV shows suck. But this cutscene here, I saw this cutscene on YouTube. And then I felt, you know, I at least have to give it a try. I'm going to go buy it. Even if it sucks, I'm going to go buy it. And give it a try. Yeah. That right there. And I knew I just had to have it. Okay, new ability. Charge heavy. These guys, the machete champions. These guys are extremely hard to fight, especially if there's more than one of them. You can see this guy's on fire. And, hold on, wait a second, I'll show you. You can't block their moves. Whoa. Okay. Hey, I don't know what was happening with the camera there. But you do have the, you can stab them on the ground. There it is. There it is. There's a pretty good shot of it right there. And there we go, yeah. But there are just attackers coming at you from every direction, and there's so many. This is the tutorial. Technically, this is the tutorial in the game, and there's just attackers everywhere. And I use that move a lot. It's a good way when you're surrounded to, you know, give yourself some space. It works really good on opponents that can take a lot of damage, that are hard to beat down. Oh, yeah. Oh, very nice. Now, our next dog tag is right over here, before we run out of here. That lunge move, like I said, is extremely useful. And I'm not a spammer. I'm not a guy that likes to do the same thing over and over again. That makes games boring for me. I don't like that. But there's certain parts of this game where that really is the best strategy, to lunge in every direction. This part's a little hard because you can't dodge. You're on this bridge, you can't dodge around. Yeah, everybody on here's got a machete. Then we got a lunge over. This is really cool. This is really cool. I love this. Yeah. Alright, you climb up this bridge. You've got 4 attackers. You can either slash them with your claws, or you can just grab them and throw them off. And last guy, keep going. You got one guy here. This guy's all by himself. He's no kind of threat whatsoever to Logan. that's the way we want to go. This zip line, there's lots of zip lines in this game. They're all over the place. Now that gate right there, that's actually where we want to go, but we can't get in there yet. Another attacker up this way. Okay, we got 3 machete guys. And you can see we got guys shooting at us from over there. And if you throw people in that direction, it automatically targets your other attackers. I was trying to throw them into the barrels. Yeah, these are explosive barrels. Right behind them is our next dog tag. Okay, this right here. In order to open that gate, we have to push this Jeep down the hill. This level's got 10 dog tags. It doesn't have any upgrades or what's called mutagens. You pick up mutagens, which enhance your abilities. Oh! This is so cool. But places like this are where your lunge is the best. You've got guys shooting at you from up top of these cliffs, but machete guys attacking you on the ground. Yeah, get out of here. Got it. Oh, very cool. And again, these explosive barrels, I still try. I've played this game a lot of times. I still try to intentionally throw people into the barrels, but they automatically target your other attackers. Okay, we got one more guy. Where is he? There we go. Yes, we've got another machete champion. These guys can take so much damage. I intentionally tried to throw them into the environmental spikes, but it's not always easy. They don't always let you grab them. They maneuver around really well. Yeah, there it is. Alright, moving on. And this move, right there. It doesn't look anywhere near as violent as every other move in the game, but I like it. I use it a lot too. I'm surprised that guy missed me. Okay, we got these vines on the wall. If you have your feral sense on, it'll be green. It's like in the last game I did, Thief. It's like focus. It's like using your focus. If you can't figure out where to go, you turn it on, and everything will be green. And it tells you everything in your environment that you can interact with. Oh, there we go. Last guy. These boards that are right behind him. There is an achievement in this room. It's not going to pop up on the screen. But again, there's only, and another dog tag, but there's only 3 achievements in this game that I know of. Which I think is odd for a game like this, but it doesn't take away from my gameplay experience, I'll tell you that right now. We've got one more guy at the bottom, and then we want to back up before we go forward. Got one more dog tag. Right, very nice. Now, as far as the story goes, it does go through the story of the movie. This right here, the costume that we're wearing right now, inside that room, action figures. There's action figures laying everywhere, and it's not going to pop up if I went in there. That's why, because I've already played the game through. But there will be an action figure that will unlock this skin that we're wearing right now, the classic Wolverine suit. Now again, this story does touch on the movie. But I genuinely feel that this game focuses more on the comic book Wolverine than anything else. Most of what happens in this game has nothing to do with the movie whatsoever. Even though it uses the music from the film, which is obviously owned by 20th Century Fox.
I bet you thought you were lucky.
And obviously these are Marvel characters, and the game was developed by Activision.
This is Logan, checking in.
Logan, still alive after a helicopter crash. Why am I not surprised?
I'm at the site now, sir. The pilot's here, but he's dead. There's no sign of the rest of the team.
They parachuted out but got scattered.
How's Victor, sir?
Your brother's fine. Rendezvous with him at a temple north of your position. You two will rig that area with the C4 he's carrying.
Roger. Goes for a 1 out.
And when you're taking incoming calls, you can't run, you can't do anything. You just walk really slow. So I slowly walked all the way over here. We gotta turn this crank. And you've got to, yeah. And another large wave coming right here. Guys with machetes and guys shooting at you. Ah. Nice. Now, after we take out these guys, we've got one more machete champion. There he is. Get out of the way. Oh, shit. Oh, did I mention all the environmental spikes? They can stick you too. Yeah, there you go. But we're Wolverine. One of his powers is he can regenerate. You can't really kill him, so as long as you don't completely run out of health, you will regenerate. Way back over here, got another dog tag. And the way we want to go is completely in the other direction. Whoa. Yeah, and the jump. One thing that's really frustrating about this, I swear, is that the jump doesn't always work how you want it to, but you know, no game is ever perfect. It can make it a little bit more frustrating, but no game is ever perfect. Now, before we go over to the left, we got one more dog tag. Oh, did I get hit there? What happened? Here we go. We've got more machete guys and more guys shooting at us from the distant shit. Claw finishers. Here we go, right here. Very cool. Now, over to the right. Whoa, get up there.
Yeah.
But this map is kind of a puzzle. It's very linear. This is not an open world free roam game, which usually is what I prefer. This is very much a platformer and trying to figure out how to get out of these mazes. Yeah. And the lunge chaining. You've got 2 different chains that you can do with the lunge move. Here we go. Another machete. Another machete master. I think he is. This guy's not on fire. Oh, there it was. He tried. Gotcha. And when you put them on the ground, you can keep drilling them, but these guys have a lot of health. Okay, before we jump down, got one more dog tag right here. Okay, 2 guys over here. But there's another device right there where we need to go get the crank. There's a lot of that in this game. That's where a lot of the puzzles come in. You have to go find out where to pick up the crank so you can run back. Now, on the way back, we're going to have 3 more guys. Oh, nice. 1 shot. That doesn't always happen, but cool. It's really cool when it does. Now, when we're not in the, when we're not out in the middle of the jungle, these are power cells. You have to go find the power cell and put it into the device to figure out how to get out. Then we're gonna have to dash, or we're not gonna make it. All right, here's our first boss. Now, these guys, when you're first playing the game, they can be a little tricky, but they're not really anywhere near as difficult as some of the later bosses. Not at all. When he picks up his fist, you gotta jump off. Wait for him to charge again, and dodge. And off again. Okay. I don't know why that short little cutscene happened right there and didn't happen the first time we did it, but you can see your power claw moves work too, but they're really risky. You don't want to get in too close unless you can get up behind them. And, oh, I didn't jump in time. Keep going. We should only have to do that one more time and this guy will be down. Got it. And button mashing. Yeah. Really violent.
I'm the best at what I do. Sir, this is Logan. I'm at the rendezvous point, but there's no sign of Creed.
We lost communication with him a while ago, but we're still tracking him, moving down the river.
Logan, this is Wraith. It looks like your brother's already armed the area with explosives. I'd hightail out of there before it blows.
You heard the man, Logan. Find a way off that rock and get to the river. You don't have much time.
Okay, got some more vines to climb up on the wall, but we got another couple guys. These guys usually are no problem. Oh, nice. That guy stepped out in front of us. Well, the way out is over to the left, but we want to go to the right first and move this because there's another dog tag right over here. Now, there's another one of those directly on the other side, which instead of pushing it in, this one we have to pull all the way out so we can climb up to scale the wall. Now when we get up here, there's actually a weak wall that we can bust through, and I didn't find this for a long time. I played this game for a long time and never knew this was over here. It's got one more dog tag. This is our last dog tag for this first mission. Okay, so this is just about the end of the first mission. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here, and we're going to go into the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.